Hey guys, so a couple things. I'm going to be using a new palette today. I'll get into that in a second. I also got around to perming my eyelashes. They're not perfect. I'm still trying to get it right, but they're better than they were. So I have this mascara that I said I was going to try when I permed my eyelashes again. So this is the Spider Lash Mascara Volume by Malibu Glitz that I got from Shop Miss A. Then I have this e.l.f. brow cream and powder that I wanted to try out on my eyebrows. And then the two new palettes that I got, I'm going to be using this one in the video. But I have glitter on my head. What the heck? This palette is shedding glitter. The first one is by Revolution Beauty London. So this is like Makeup Revolution. And then the Obsession line, I guess. And it's called All We Have Is Now. And this was $3.99 at TJ Maxx. And those are the colors. But this is the one I'm going to be using today. This one is by Beauty Concepts. And it's called Glitter Bomb Bold Eyeshadow Palette. Gorgeous colors. I love the colors in this one. So I'm going to start with that. All right, so now that the plastic is off, it's easier to see the colors. So this one was $5.99 from TJ Maxx. All right, so I'm gonna prime my eyes and then we'll get started on dipping into the palette. All right, so I'm gonna start with this one right here, and it's called Peony. It's more pink in person than it looks on the camera. I want to do like a mauve-y look. This is a tiny bit chalky. And it's not as dark as I would have hoped. I just loved the color story of this, and that's why I picked it up, even though it was kind of like an off-brand. And with TJ Maxx and Gabe's and all that kind of stuff with off-brands, you don't always get the best color payout sometimes. So it's kind of a gamble getting an off-brand palette, and I'm kind of wondering why this was more expensive than the Makeup Revolution one, because I know that is a good brand and they have good formulas. Because do you see anything? It barely showed up at all. So I'm kind of worried about that. I mean, I see it a little bit in the mirror on the palette. Not so much in the mirror right here that I'm looking into. Maybe it's just a light color. We'll see when we add the corner color. I may add a little extra color, but I don't know. All right, let's move on to the corner shade. And I'm going to be using Lucid Dream. That mauve color right there. Now this is a dark color, so if this one doesn't show up, then this palette, unfortunately, okay, no. It's really not dark like it is in the palette. That is kind of, and it's not as blendable as I would have liked. I mean, it's showing up a bit, so it's not awful. But even though this palette has beautiful colors in it, I don't think it's going to be one that I'm going to be reaching for, unfortunately, because, I mean, it is showing up, but it's not showing up like my good palettes do, like right away. It's kind of buildable, but look, already it's like there's so much powder. There's a bunch of fallout under my eyes. There's like extreme kickback in the pan. So yeah, look how patchy that is. I had high hopes, but yeah. And it's just not going on my eye where I want it. It is really frustrating me right now. I'm hoping I can salvage this because right now it's not even sticking to my eye. It's just rolling around and I'm about to lose it. Like, I can't get it to go in that one spot that I'm actually touching. It's just going all around my face, and I'm about to just call it quits and move on to the second palette. All right, so that was a fail. Complete fail. I washed it off with a wipe. It came right off. Like, that's how unsticking it is to my face. Yeah, don't buy this palette. If you see it at TJ Maxx, pass it. Don't buy it. The color story is beautiful in the palette, awful on the face. I will test out, not today, the glitters to see if maybe they're decent at all, but the powders, the matte colors, awful. So I'm gonna move on to the Obsession All We Have Is Now palette, just because I'm so fed up with that palette. I can't work with it. So, yeah. We'll have fun dipping into this one. And there is the color story of this one. All right, so I'm gonna start with this color right here, and it's called Rest. So I'm gonna do like an orangey red look, I guess. Well, that shows up. That's a lot nicer than the other palette, and it is a pretty subtle color, but I can see it. And it's blending, unlike the other palette, which went everywhere other than the spots that I was trying to get it on. So much better. Now there is some kickback in the pan in this palette, but so far there's no fallout on my face, and the pigment is really good so far. So, and this is the light color that I'm using. Okay, there's a little bit of fallout right here. Nothing major. Just trying to get it even. There we go. All right, so the next color I'm going to use for my outer corner and then bringing it over is the color next to it. It's called Move. And it's a deeper orange, like orangey coral, I want to say. And then I'm going to put that dark mauve color right in the corner, just to darken it up just a tad, because there's no really dark orange in this palette. But I'm in love with the pigmentation. It's blending super nicely, if you can see. No issues. I don't know why. I'm trying to even them up because for some reason this one's brought out farther than this one. There we go. Now, there is fallout. If you don't like fallout at all, and you don't like kickback in your pan, I would not suggest buying this palette. But if you don't mind it like me, it's a great palette, I think, so far. Okay, so now I'm gonna dip into that really dark color right here. And this is Improvise. And I'm just gonna get a little bit on my brush and just put it right in the corner, just to darken things up on the end a little bit. That one look like my eye is raised higher. And then just blend things in. And for my lid, I'm going to use Moment up here. That is like a really light peachy color. I really like that one. Gorgeous. And then, all right. So now I'm going to move on to eyeliner, and I'm not doing lashes today because I am testing out this on my natural lashes. So I'm just going to do a thin layer of the Benefit Roller Liner liquid eyeliner. So for primer, I'm going to be using Thank Me Later Face Primer. It's mattifying by Elizabeth Mott. Then for foundation, I'm going to be using the Rimmel London Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation in Ivory, 100 Ivory. And this is the one that I used like 2 videos ago that I really, really liked. All right, now for eyebrows, the e.l.f. And this is in light. They have a brush in there, but I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna use my own brushes. So I'm gonna start with the pomade. And we're gonna see what that does, and then I'll do the powder over top just to kind of set everything. I mean, I don't know if it's like drying up or what, but it's not very dark. I mean, it looks better than that side, so. And I guess I don't want it too overpowering, right? So. That's not bad. Let's see. Get it to perfectly how I want it. And then we'll see what it looks like with the powder over it. And then I'll do the other side off camera. Okay, so there is the pomade part. So now onto the powder. I mean, it doesn't look bad. All right. I'm not hating it. All right, here they are. And now I'm going to shape them with my Too Faced Peach Concealer in Whipped Cream. All right, so now on to concealer. I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer in the shade 1. I loved this from my last video, so I'm using it again. So for powder, I'm going to use the Kat Von D translucent setting powder. For contour, I'm going to use the Nomad Kiss of Sun Bronze and Contour Powder. Oh my god. This showed up really dark. I've used this before, but I don't know. I guess I didn't use a light enough hand. I don't know. But it's very dark and I feel like it's kind of muddy looking and I'm kind of like a little bit upset about it. But I'm hoping it'll like mellow down a little bit. Maybe I can fix it. Maybe. Where's my setting powder? Maybe I can tone it down just a wee bit. I don't know. Did that make a difference? Oh, well. Okay, so for blush, I am going to be using... Where did it go? Oh, my Jordana Passion Rose Blush Powder. And I took my setting powder and this brush and I toned down the harsh line so that it's not a harsh line. All right, so last up for the face is highlights, and I'm going to be using Estate Do Me highlighting powder called Bye. Okay, now it's time for the mascara. So I think I'm going to use this side. And this is the Malibu Glitz Spider Lash Mascara Volume Extreme Impact Mascara. So I mean, is this the lengthening part? And then the other one is like volume. So I'm gonna use this side. I'm gonna use both sides. So I'm gonna try out this one first and just see how it looks. This wand is like a lot bigger than it looks. Just saying. Okay. Just want to try to get all of the lashes like I did with the first side. Now let's see what this side does. And this is what the brush looks like on this side. It's a lot shorter and fatter. I mean, it actually looks like I have lashes a lot of the time. And that could also be the perming too, but a lot of the time when I put on mascara just straight onto my natural lashes, it doesn't look like I'm wearing any mascara at all. Okay, there's that side with 2 coats, one of each side. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I'm like kind of happy about it. Okay, I'm gonna do a 3rd coat just from the other side because that one seemed to separate a little bit better. I don't want to make it too caked because then they start looking clumpy. So that's going to be the last coat that I do. And now let's do underneath. It's a little bit harder to get underneath with this brush. Uh-oh. Okay, I did the rest of the bottom off camera so that I could get really close to my mirror so that I wouldn't make so many mistakes, but here it is. What do you guys think? Okay, so last but not least, we're going to do a lip, and I'm gonna go with this one. This is Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid Lip in the shade Pink Charge, number 15. I got this from the Dollar Tree, and I've been excited and waiting to try it. Oh my God, that is so bright. I don't know how much I like this color. It does not look this bright in the tube, right? It kind of matches my eyes. But we'll see how it comes out in the end. It feels patchy. But it doesn't dry down super fast like that LA Colors one. This is so bright. I don't know if I like this. I might change it. Look how bright that is. Whoa. Yeah, I think I'm gonna change that up. All right, so I went with this color instead. This is Sugar Better Call Salmon. And I've said this before, it's not salmon color, so I really don't understand the name Better Call Salmon, but whatever. Here it is, and here is the finished look. What do you guys think? I think, oh my goodness. We didn't do under the eyes, you guys. Okay, let's dip back into the palette and get underneath the eyes. All right, so I'm gonna dip back into that color right here called Move. And it's that dark peachy color. And wow, that showed up way too dark, but I don't know if I like that. Okay, that, and I'm also going to bring that dark mauve color, the Improvise, a little bit too. Just to kind of connect it. Ooh. There we go. That's better. Let's sort of bring it up. Woo! You know what? I'm kind of gonna do something here. I don't know, I like that. But I kind of messed up on this side. I put it a little too high. Okay, I think that's better. What do you guys think? Too much? I don't know. I thought that was neat looking. Maybe pat it out a little bit. But there we go. This is the finished look. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day. Bye.